Good afternoon, everyone, and happy graduation. We're a full crowd today, so it might get a little hot in here, but we'll make do. What I'd like to do right now is, if you're able, please stand and join me in greeting our spring 2017 graduates from the Edward P. Fitz Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering, as well as the graduates from Operations Research. Everyone may be seated. Thank you. I told you it was large. All right, good afternoon. I'm Jason Lowe. I'm a lecturer in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering, and I'm serving in the capacity of being your MC this afternoon. Speaking on behalf of the faculty, staff, and myself, we're honored to be here with your families and friends and all of the graduates today. Thank you for being here in support of these fine young ladies and gentlemen, and now engineers. We're streaming live today, so if everybody can just turn towards the balcony and give a wave to the camera that's up there. So if your friends or other family members aren't here today, send a text to them right now and let them know that if they go to our website, www.ise.ncsu.edu, there will be a link to the live feed. We're fortunate to be a part of the Brooks Avenue Church of Christ today. It's a beautiful venue, and I think everyone will agree it's a very special occasion today. The department staff and volunteers that we have with us today want to make your visit memorable, so we must consider those who are using the church after us. There's a special day tomorrow, so things might be a little bit busy here. So acting as good stewards, please keep track of all of your belongings, and if there's any trash when we leave, please make sure that you pick that up. So I'm going to go through an overview of the events this afternoon, and then I'm going to turn it over to two very important people here. Dr. Paul Cohen, our department head, will have some opening remarks, and we'll introduce members of the department as well as our guest speaker, and we'll also be addressing our spring class, our speaker will. Then it will be on to the recognition of all of our graduates. Professor Yahya Fati will introduce our ISE's PhD and Master's program graduates, as well as those from the Operations Research graduate program. Following him, I will introduce each of our bachelor's graduates, and we'll share some words about a few of them. Well, probably all of them. You're welcome to come down the aisle when you see where you see these portfolios here, and make your way to take some pictures. Dr. Cohen will pose for a brief period of time, so you can take pictures. After that, it's picture and fellowship time, both here in the sanctuary and also in the fellowship hall, which we will guide you to after we conclude here. We'll have refreshments and cake for everyone to enjoy, and you can stay as long as you'd like. So without further ado, let's learn some things about the department, some maybe you haven't been exposed to, about the ISE department and also the OR department. Please welcome distinguished professor and head, Dr. Paul Cohen.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Edward P. Fitz Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at NC State, I welcome you all of us to the spring 2017 departmental graduation. It's a wonderful day for all of our graduates and their families, and I'm sure you're justifiably proud of them. And I want you to know that the faculty and staff are equally proud of their accomplishments. We are one of the oldest, and as you look around, now one of the largest departments of industrial and systems engineering in the United States, and we've been celebrating excellence for over 80 years. The first two bachelor's degrees in industrial engineering were awarded in 1933. The graduate program was established in 1948, with the first master's degree awarded in 1950. Our doctoral program was established in 1967, and the first PhD degree was awarded in 1969. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our faculty and staff, and if you can hold applause, I think we can do that at the end. Let me introduce first some of our faculty that are here. Dr. Richard Bernhardt, Dr. Yahya Fati, Dr. Ola Harrison and his son, Dr. Julie Ivey, David Kaber, you've met Jason Lowe, C.S. Nam, Maria Mayorga, Steve Roberts, Ezat Sani, and Rohan Shirwaiker. Let me introduce some of our staff, although my guess is it's pretty crowded. They're probably not in here, but let me tell you their names because you may get to meet them later, and they certainly deserve a lot of the credit for getting everything set up for graduation. Jolie Kejoka, Linda Smith, she's in the back, I can see her, Christiana Pucci, Hakan Sungur, Justin Lancaster, Robert Lassen, he's our photographer, so you'll see a lot of him up here, Danita Taylor, and Steve Walker. So please join me in thanking these very dedicated individuals. Next, what I'd like to do is tell you a little bit more about the department and mention some noteworthy achievements of our faculty and our students. First, let me tell you a little bit about our undergraduate program. The enrollment has more than doubled since 2007, and we've been growing at more than 2.5 times the national rate. Over the last 3 years, we have been the fastest growing department in the College of Engineering, as well as one of the most difficult to get into. And we now have, as of this fall, probably about 340 students who will matriculate into the department. Likewise, the graduate program has grown at almost 4 times the national average. We now have 240 graduate students that we supervise in the department, as well as in 2 interdisciplinary programs, Operations Research and Integrated Manufacturing Systems Engineering. And over this same time, our faculty have grown research by over 85% within the department. Our faculty and students really are in the cutting edge of their research areas, ones that are very traditional to industrial and systems engineering, but also in many new areas, healthcare, 3D printing, nanotechnology, virtual reality environments, and many more. Our faculty are national and international leaders in all of these exciting areas, and they're thought leaders. And the things that they do are helping and will help to improve life and create economic development within the state. Our laboratories are among the finest in the nation, and they've been continually enhanced. So I can tell students as well as parents that your ETF funds have been well invested on your behalf with that, for hardware as well as software. It's also a very exciting time for us due to passage of North Carolina's bond referendum, as well as with the assistance of alumni and friends. We will move into a new building on Centennial Campus in June of 2020, and it will provide a tremendous home for contemporary study and research in industrial and systems engineering, so we're certainly very excited about that. It's really been a great year for our students this year. For undergraduate students, they've been very active in their various professional societies. The demand for industrial and systems engineers has been very high from industry, and the number of companies recruiting on campuses for IEs is at an all-time high. We have been overwhelmed with outstanding students who want to become industrial and systems engineers, and we have become, as I mentioned before, one of the most selective programs in the college. I've always considered industrial and systems engineering to be a discovery major because most students don't learn about it or discover it until they get to campus. But I think more and more have discovered that quicker, and they're learning what I think all of you know, and that is it's just a great major. It's a great way to launch your career. And it's also a program that's taught by outstanding faculty and very dedicated staff. I should also mention that this fall we received accreditation. This is something that happens hopefully only every 6 years if you've done it right, and we had a clean bill of health, so we have been fully recommended for 6-year accreditation that should be approved this summer. And I should also mention that in all the surveys that the College of Engineering does of alumni, this department is #1 in student satisfaction, #1 in employment, and #1 in employment in the field. And as I mentioned, our undergraduate students have been very, very active through professional societies, going to their regional conferences, and I can tell you they do remarkable things. They're Dean's List student athletes, even Olympians. And I should mention that Caterpillar sponsors student athlete awards, and if you look at who they recognize as the 10 best student athletes on campus when they look at their academics, half of all those at the university are in this department, which certainly shows that you can mix academics and athletics. But they're also student leaders. We have students that are very involved in research, and some have really gotten national acclaim for the work that they've done, and one of them will actually travel to Europe to present their research this year. We even have a student who's an entrepreneur and started a company while he's here. I should also mention There is an international competition for computer simulation using Simio. It's an international competition. They had nearly 900 students, 250 universities, 14 countries. We had 3 teams that worked on this and submitted under the direction of Professor Roberts, and we had all 3 teams finish in the top dozen or so in the world, including number 2. So I think, as I said, our students do remarkable things. Likewise, our graduate students are very active. They're presenting at national meetings, the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers Annual Conference, the Institute for Operations Research and Management Science, Human Factors and Ergonomics Society, and the North American Manufacturing Research Conference. They're very active doing that. And one of our graduate students, Pedro Hubner, now Pedro is not graduating, but I think he's here somewhere. Nope, he's all the way in the back. But I should tell you that Pedro was voted as the outstanding teaching assistant in the department, and he also just received a very prestigious Gilbreth Scholarship from the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers, and he is the first ISE student to be so honored. We have great staff. They are second to none. And Hakan Sungur, who for all the students was lining you up, was our outstanding staff member this year. Let me tell you a little bit about our faculty and some of their accomplishments. Rohan Shirwaiker, and you'll hear from him a little in just a few minutes, received a prestigious National Science Foundation Career Award for innovations in 3D printing of tissue scaffolds. Now, I should tell you, the Career Award is probably the most prestigious award that a young scholar can receive from the National Science Foundation, so we're certainly very proud of that accomplishment. Tim McLaughlin, who is the executive director of the Ergonomics Center of North Carolina, is now the president-elect of the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers, and that's a 3-year term for him. We also have faculty that have been extremely active throughout the UNC system. They have something called the Research Opportunities Initiative, and we have one which Professor Harrison, who's here, worked with other people on that, and it's advancing the science and practice of metal-based additive manufacturing, and that's going to be done with UNC Charlotte and North Carolina A&T universities. In addition, there is a large grant opportunity that Professor Shirwaiker has been working with people in textile engineering, biomedical engineering, and College of Veterinary Medicine, again looking at 3D printing for tissue engineering. So you can see we have truly an extraordinary group of people, both faculty, students, and staff in the department. Finally, it's my great pleasure to introduce our graduation speaker. I should explain to you the tradition of our graduation address. It is given by the latest recipient of the C.A. Anderson Outstanding Faculty Award. Professor Anderson served as head of the department from 1957 to 1973, and the Anderson Award was established by students and faculty in the department upon his retirement in 1976. Subsequently, Professor Anderson and his wife provided an endowment for the award, and with one exception, the award has been given every year since 1977. The award winner is selected by the members of the NC State student chapters of the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers, Alpha Pi Mu, and the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, and is presented yearly at the C.A. Anderson Award ceremony every spring. And the graduation address has been given by the recipient of this almost every year since 1993. The winner of this year's C.A. Anderson Award is Professor Rohan Shirwaiker, and let me tell you just a little bit about him. He has a master's degree in production engineering from the University of Mumbai. He then came to the U.S. and did his master's and PhD at Penn State, where I have to tell you that I probably taught him his first semester on campus there some years back. He's currently an assistant professor, but I am absolutely delighted to tell you that he has been promoted to associate professor with tenure effective July 1. So congratulations. He teaches courses in advanced manufacturing, including our undergraduate materials processing course. Some of you may have had him in that course, biomedical manufacturing, and also teaches senior design. So those of you, I'm sure, Saw a lot of him this semester, all of our seniors. His research is in biomedical design and manufacturing. He has 23 research articles, and primarily looking at 3D printing of tissue scaffolds, but he's also looked at novel design of devices that release silver ions to mitigate infections, including hospital-acquired infections. He has over 70 conference papers and invited papers, and he's received quite a number of awards, and I'll tell you just a couple of those. I've told you about the Career Award, which is extremely prestigious, but he's also a winner of the Industrial and Systems Engineering, Manufacturing and Design Division Best Paper Award, the Society of Manufacturing Engineers Robert J. Hocken Outstanding Young Manufacturing Engineer Award. He was also an SME Distinguished Faculty Advisor as he works with our student chapter. That was in 2014. He's very active professionally in the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers. He's held several offices, including president of the Manufacturing and Design Division. He set up a number of tracks. He's also active within the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, where he's the advisor to our student chapter, and he has also been a high school mentor for SME. He also is on the editorial boards of 2 journals, and he reviews papers for 19 different journals. Isn't that right? 19 different journals. I'm not sure where he finds the time. And one other thing is he's someone that believes in giving back. He's an advisory board member for the Production Engineering Department at Mumbai University, his alma mater. So we are extremely fortunate to have him on our faculty, and I'd like to ask him to come up and make a few comments.
Thank you for the kind words, Dr. Cohen. Happy Saturday. Congratulations to our graduating class as well as the families. What a memorable day and what a fantastic Mother's Day gift. Let's have a round of applause for all mothers in the room first. Now, I have attended several graduation ceremonies, so I know that the commencement speaker is rarely ever the crowd favorite. After all, I'm standing between you and your long-awaited diplomas right here. I get it, I do. So I'll try to keep it short, unless I actually remember everything I wrote down. Admittedly, as a millennial myself, I may not have as many pearls of wisdom to provide you with as might some of the other distinguished folks in the room. Heck, I'm still trying to figure out the advice I got at my commencement ceremony 6 years ago. But today, I wish to share with you a couple of simple perspectives that I have found to be useful in my early career. I will try not to sugarcoat reality or preach philosophy that generally makes things appear grimmer than they are. And my sincere hope is that my message will resonate as you embark onto the next phases of your career. As a wise man once said, the truly exciting yet daunting thing about this next phase is that there will be no core curriculum. It will be an elective of your own choosing. So, my main message for our graduating class today is think and do, learn and grow, care and share. And I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of those 3 suggestions. Think and do, the motto of NC State, and really a very simple notion. However, in this day and age, I think most of you will agree that instant gratification tends to take precedence over thoughtfulness. While it may not matter so much in college, your professional careers from here on will be serious business. It's not going to be about turning in a homework assignment or a project for a grade anymore. The problems that you will solve, the methods that you will use, the decisions that you will make from here on will have a real economic and societal impact. Very often, you may not realize or recognize the impact you're having, but believe me, you will be making a difference, each one of you. So, as you get busy with work, I encourage you to regularly take moments and pause, think about your actions, think critically about your decisions, and also consider the potential consequences. An unnecessary decimal in your tolerance specification will adversely affect the cost and value of the cool gadget you are about to design, or A correctly assumed distribution for patient arrival and service times in your hospital simulation model might well end up saving a life. So, think and then do. Sometimes, however, the only way to find out what you're supposed to be doing is by doing the things you're not supposed to do. Inevitably, mistakes will occur, there will be failures, and that's okay. And that brings me to my second suggestion. Learn and grow. As Edward Deming once said, learning is not compulsory, but then neither is survival. Last week, your classroom instruction ended, and the real learning is about to begin. And I have to be honest with you here. In these early phases, you will likely face more challenges and fail more often than you had probably anticipated. In fact, even today, some of you may be still working hard to find that first job, or some of you may be settling for the job that wasn't necessarily your dream position. And that's okay. The silver lining here is that the cost of these struggles and what you may deem as failures early on is going to be much less than the value of the lessons you can learn through this phase. Do not look at failures as the opposite of success, but rather as stepping stones toward it. Trust me, 5-7 years later, when you reflect on your career, you will cherish the experiences you had and what you learned just as much as the successes you achieved along the way. My hope is that you will not regret the times that you did not succeed. If you must, regret the times that you gave up too soon or forgot to learn a lesson from it. I also want to remind you to celebrate and learn from your successes, keeping in mind that large successes are often built upon smaller ones. In the pursuit of bigger dreams, we often fail to recognize and appreciate the achievements we have already made along the way. You don't have to make it big the first time around. Keep that in mind. An example of this I would like to share is with regard to the NSF Early Career Award that Dr. Cohen mentioned in his introduction. It's a big research grant, and I'm indeed very proud of it, but what I cherish more perhaps are my struggles along those 5 years that it took me to get there. The path was littered with over a dozen unsuccessful application attempts and the anguish and cyclical despair of rejection coming from the reviewers. However, those experiences and lessons I learned helped me improve each time. The transition in the review committee's recommendation of my application from "this grant is not competitive" to "this grant is very compelling and should be supported if possible" is actually a sum of my past failures and the lessons that I learned along the way. The bottom line I'm trying to convey here to you is that the continuous improvement philosophy that is the cornerstone of your IE education also applies to us as people and professionals. So, learn and grow from each experience. My third and final suggestion to you is about building relationships. Care and share. Respect your colleagues and invest in your relationships. Over time, people may forget what you said or did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. As engineers, we often get so involved with the technical nitty-gritty that we underestimate the power of caring and sharing. You may well find out that your people skills and investments will get you further along in your career than your engineering skills alone. In college, you chose your teammates for your course projects. In your jobs, you will likely not have that luxury. You will often work alongside folks that do not share your social, political, or religious views. Be respectful of contrary opinions. Every person you will meet will have a story to tell, and it might actually teach you something you didn't know. Also understand that a very few people can do everything well. Learn early how to recognize your limitations and surround yourself with those who can help you overcome them. Invest time and effort in building meaningful relationships with senior mentors. At the same time, invest in the growth of your juniors by sharing your experiences, knowledge, and the wisdom that you gain along the way. You will quickly realize, my hope is, that these symbiotic relationships can help you grow as a person and as a professional. So, to reiterate my main message, think and do, learn and grow, care, and share. In conclusion, the tassel was absolutely worth the hassle, okay? As you leave here, don't forget why you came. In the words of the boisterous Magliozzi brothers of NPR Car Talk fame, and I'm sure some of you will recognize them, you will never have more energy or enthusiasm, more hair or brain cells than you have today. So, go out there and make a difference. Go Pack!
Thank you, Dr. Shirwaiker. Dr. Yahya Fathi is our graduate program director. He will be introducing our PhD and master's recipients. Dr. Fathi.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. As Jason mentioned, my job here is actually to introduce our graduates at the level of PhD degree and master's degree in industrial engineering as well as in operations research. In preparation for this ceremony, we ask each individual to fill out a little form to tell us about their plans after here, maybe special thoughts. So as I introduce each individual, I would read a few words from this form. I'll try to select items so that this proceedings would not take too long. But before I do that, I'd like to mention that every one of the graduates expresses their appreciation and gratitude to everybody who has helped them reach this milestone. So I would not mention it individually, but they all express that, and indeed, they all express appreciation for the friends and relatives who are here in support of, to support them. And we all appreciate and are grateful for your presence. So let me start by introducing our PhD recipients. As each individual is introduced, I will also ask the faculty member who was their advisor or another faculty member, if that advisor is not present here, to proceed with the hooding ceremony. So they would hood the candidates. So I'll start with Inchol Choi. We can here. Dr. Nam will be hooding Inchol. Please proceed. Wonderful. Inchol actually joined us from Seoul, South Korea. He has been here for several years, and I've been kind of meeting him in various occasions. Very, very nice individual and friend. I'll be missing you as you leave. And here he has plans after school that he intends to stay in academic field and continue the research and education that he's already involved in. Inchol Choi, congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Please proceed there so we can get the diploma. Shijin. Next, I'd like to introduce Shijin Liu. Dr. Nam also hoods Shijin. Great. Let me say a few words. Shijing joined us from the city of, if I mispronounce it, please pardon me, Zhengzhou, yeah. Kind of, in China. She also plans to develop her career in academia after leaving here. Congratulations. Thank you. Next, we have Lou Shaw. Please come here. Dr. Ivy will put Lou. Congratulations to you. Let me say a few words before you go forward. Shu is also receiving her doctoral degree in industrial engineering. She came to us from the city of Fuzhou in China, and under plans after school, she mentions that she plans to move to Chicago. Already a job lined up there? Wonderful. Congratulations. Next, we have Pega Puya. Dr. Ivy will be putting Pega. You're going to have to go down a little bit. Great. Congratulations. Pega came to us from the city of Arak in Iran. Under plans after school, she writes that she, I kind of know already, she has already started her work at the SAS Institute in Cary, North Carolina, as an analytics consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Please go ahead and share with us. Next, we have Harshad, and Dr. Harrison will be hooding Harshad for us. Well done. Harshad came to us from the city of Madras in India. And, whoa, big crowd here from Madras. He plans to work in industry and government research, and in the long term to join the academia also. We are very proud of him. Congratulations. Next, we have Mariam Zahabi. Dr. Kaber would like to say a few words about maybe after you.
Sure. I think we should start with the hats off.
After Hudi.
Good. Miriam's parents are, I just wanted to say one thing. Miriam's parents are watching all the way from the Caspian Sea in Iran, so we were just going to wave to them.
Let me say a few words before you go on. I want to know your city that you're from, and she is from the city of Gorgan in Iran, and I know that she's very actively interviewing these days, and she plans to be an academic, and we wish her good luck. And I'm sure one of these interviews is going to work out pretty soon, right?
One worked out.
One worked out already. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you.
Next, we have David Feltner, who will be receiving, I believe you're receiving your Master's of Science, correct? In Industrial Engineering. David came to us from Somerville, South Carolina, and after graduation, he will be a professor at the United States Military Academy at West Point in Engineering Psychology Department. Congratulations. Next, we have Lokesh Narayanan. I'm sorry. Lokesh came to us from the city of Karur in Tamil Nadu in India, correct? And indeed, he's receiving his Master of Science today, but he's also planning to continue, stay with us to receive his PhD degree, to work towards his PhD degree. Congratulations. Next, we have Amy Wadeson from Melbourne, Florida. As she is graduating, she's seeking a job in the ergonomics area, I assume, right? Congratulations. Thank you. Next, I'm going to introduce the recipients of the degree of Master of Industrial Engineering. I'm going to start with Alex Pratik, or Pratik Alex, actually, I should have said. Pratik Alex. He's joining us from the city of Bangalore in India, and he's currently working full-time as an industrial engineer at FedEx over in Phoenix or?
In Memphis.
In Memphis.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Next, we have Ashish Apte. He is joining us from the city of Pune in India, correct? And he plans to work a few years in North Carolina and then join us again for the PhD program, I hope. That's the plan, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we have Preeti Bahulikar. I almost say it right?
Yes.
Almost. She joins us from the city of Pune in the state of Maharashtra in India. And she plans to work in the field of supply chain analytics and process improvement. Congratulations. Next, we have Siddhant Banerjee, who's coming to us from the city of Kolkata in West Bengal in India. And he plans to join the analytics industry in India in the field of healthcare systems. Congratulations. Next, we have Lauren Bending. She joined us from city of Charlotte, North Carolina. She received her bachelor's degree from Virginia Tech and Master of Engineering and Management from Duke, but finally she wisened up and joined our program. She is working currently at Ingersoll Rand as a manufacturing engineer. Next, we have Michael Blum. He joined us from the city of Asheville, North Carolina. Great. And worked, the plan after school is to work at Deloitte Consulting. Deloitte, yes, I'm sorry. I'm from Detroit area, so everything sounds like Deloitte. Congratulations. Next, we have Venkat Bolineni from India. He has already also started work in FedEx in Memphis, Tennessee, correct? So you've traveled here for this?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Indeed, we do have a large number of recipients of Masters of Industrial Engineering today. Atusa Bozorgi also receives Masters of Industrial Engineering. She joined us from the city of Tehran in Iran. While here, she worked as a teaching assistant, and she plans to seek a job in that field, as well as think about continuing her education towards a PhD degree.
And also my parents are watching live.
Oh, let's wave to them, as they know. Congratulations. Lamar, no, I'm sorry.
Cancel that.
Yeah, let's cancel it. I knew that is Lamar. I know. Lamar actually, Lamar Cantalou did also his bachelor's degree with us a few years ago. He's, of course, joining us from the city of our town of Fort Bragg in North Carolina, where he works as captain in the United States Army. Under special thoughts, he writes, I came back to NC State hoping that the classes would be easier and football team would be better. Maybe when I come back for my PhD degree. Congratulations. And next we have Chi Yi Chen, coming to us from Taiwan, and she plans to obtain the PhD, continue actually her stay here towards the PhD degree in our department. Congratulations. Next, we have Yuzhu Chen, came to us from the city of Hengyang in China. I say it almost right? Almost right, good. And he is planning to join the workforce in industry in this field. Congratulations. How are you? Next, we have Qingfen Chuang. She came to us from the city of Taipei in Taiwan. Indeed, she had been working for us as a teaching assistant almost since she joined here. She came here, right? For the past 2 years. Well, she'll be receiving her Master of Industrial Engineering. Congratulations. Next, we have Siddharth Dani, who came to us from the city of Mumbai in India. We do have a large group from Mumbai, we know that. He interned at the Global Electronics while he was here, and he plans after work would be to gain professional experience in business strategy in manufacturing companies. Congratulations. Hey, look who is here. How are you? Vincent Figarella Borges came to us from the city of Caracas in Venezuela. He served as a teaching assistant with us a couple of times, or maybe more even, while he was here. And I assume he will be continuing to work in this field. Congratulations. Next, we have Ravi J. Kumar, who came to us from the city of Chennai in India. Since February of this year, he has started to work as an industrial engineer at ON Semiconductor, right? He'll be continuing to work there, I see. Congratulations. Next, we have Prasad Kamath, who also came to us from India. He'll be receiving his Master's in Industrial Engineering. Congratulations. Thank you. Next, we have Carter Kyo, who came to us from the city of Hillsborough, North Carolina, not too far. Didn't have to travel that far. And she will be receiving her Master's of Industrial Engineering, but she plans to continue to stay and work towards her PhD degree in our department. Congratulations. Next, we have Yash Kulkarni, who came to us from the city of Pune in India. Very. Under special thoughts, he writes, now that it's over, I wish it lasts a little longer. We can keep you here if you want. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we have Quan Ying Li, came to us also from the city of Taipei in Taiwan, and he'll be receiving his Master of Industrial Engineering. Congratulations. Next, we have Muhammad Tahir Medaker, who came to us from the city of Chennai in India, and he also will be receiving his Master of Industrial Engineering. I'm not going to introduce him. He's already introduced to you, right? So you all know him. Kiran Prasad Prabhakaran came to us from the city of Karur in India, and he'll be joining the Murano Corporation as Supply Chain Management Consultant, correct? Congratulations. Next, we have Tejas Raut Desai, who came to us from the city of Goa in India. Under plans after school, a pretty good plan. Travel for a while and then get a full-time job. Good idea. Congratulations. Next, we have Hiran Samarthyam, who came to us from the city of Hosur in India, correct? And he plans to work at Velasas in Durham as a summer intern, or maybe you have already worked there, okay? Right? And seek a job in the same area. Thank you. Congratulations. Next, we have Sriram Sampatu Kumar, who is also from the city of Chennai. We have a large contingency from the city of Chennai. That's very nice. In India. He'll be receiving his Master of Industrial Engineering, and he plans to work for a global firm for a few years before opening his own consulting firm. Congratulations. Next, we have Lokesh Singhal, who is from the city of Delhi in India. And he plans to be working for the Republic Wireless as a full-time employee. Congratulations. Thank you. Next we have Nidhi Unithan. Came to us from the city of Port Blair in the province of Andaman in India.
Yes.
Almost right?
Yeah.
And she plans to work as a data analyst. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Velanki actually, let me introduce him first. Rohini Velanki Jawahar came to us from the city of Chennai in India. Since he came here, has worked as a TA for us for a variety of courses over the past 2 years, and we've been wonderful to have you here at that capacity.
Thank you, Professor.
He interned at Fujifilm over the last summer, and currently he's seeking a job in the same area in this field.
Thank you, Professor.
Congratulations. Get this pie a little bit. Getting too big. Next we have Aditya Verma from the city of New Delhi in India. And he'll be receiving his Master of Industrial Engineering. Congratulations. Next we have Michael Vayant, close enough, Vayant, yes. Came to us from the city of Vienna in Virginia, and he plans to work in as a nuclear engineer at Newport News Shipbuilding Yard. Congratulations. Next we have Ellen Wittenberg, came to us from the city of Westlake in Ohio, not that far. I used to go to Michigan. Ellen is receiving her Master's of Industrial Engineering at this time, but she plans to continue to work towards her PhD degree in our department. Congratulations. Next we have Chu Tui Wu from the city of Taipei in Taiwan. Will be receiving his Master of Industrial Engineering as well.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Next we have Abhishek Yadgiri from the city of Pune in the state of Maharashtra in India. And he is receiving his Master's of Industrial Engineering, and of course he's seeking a job in the same field in the near future. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Ankita.
Okay. We're now going to introduce the graduates in the program in Operations Research. I'm going to start by introducing the recipients of the PhD degree. Let me see. Yuang Yun Huang from the city of Taipei in Taiwan. She'll be receiving her Doctor of Operations Research. And she has work experience at Evergreen Marine Corporation, and she might join the same organization or some other organization. Other probably. Okay, congratulations. Thank you. Next we have Karan Hedge, who is joining us from the city of Bangalore in India, correct? And he's seeking a job also in the same field, receiving Master of Industrial Engineering. Master of Operations Research, I'm sorry. I get the 2 degrees confused. Master of Operations Research. Next recipient also received his degree in Master of Operations Research. Mr. Amir Hossein Karimi came to us from the city of Karaj in Iran. And he plans to continue to work at Alamont, continue to work for a couple of years. Before this, you worked at Alamont Taban Construction Company. And he plans to actually pursue his PhD degree after 2 years, correct?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Next, we have Robert Locke, who prior to coming here served for 7 years in the United States Marine Corps as a field artillery officer. Currently, he works as a research assistant, and indeed, while receiving his Master of Operations Research, he plans to continue work towards his PhD degree, correct?
Yes.
Congratulations. Next, we have Avik Mukherjee. He is coming to us from New Delhi, India. He will be receiving his Master of Operations Research and plans to work in the field of analytics, correct? Congratulations. And next we have Shruti Rai. Did I say it almost right?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct, very good. From the city of Kolkata in India. While here, she worked at Lenovo as a co-op, and she plans to work as a in the field of data analytics and data analysis. Congratulations. Next, we have Shivam Sachdev, who came to us also from the city of Mumbai in India. He has already apparently started to work in data as a data analyst at Howling Cow.
That's the on-campus.
That's the on-campus work. So you plan to work at EY? What?
Yeah, Ernst & Young.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we have Sharang Sharma, also from city of Mumbai in India. Must have a good relationship in Mumbai. We have a number of students from Mumbai. That's very nice. Sharang receives his Master of Operations Research at this time, and he plans to work in the same field in the future. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yulia Siamashka came to us from the city of Grondo in Belarus. She'll be receiving her Master of Operations Research at this time, but she's planning to continue towards her PhD degree, correct? Congratulations. Next, we have Jay Kishan Venki Taraman from the city of Cochin in India. There you go. He was a graduate research assistant while here, and he is currently seeking employment in the field of supply chain in the area. Congratulations. Please. That brings me to the end of this introducing our graduates at the level of master's and PhD. Again, I'd like to thank you for your attention and for being here and supporting all of our students in this graduation ceremony. I really appreciate that. And next, I'd like Jason Lowe to maybe introduce our undergraduate students. Jason will be introducing our undergraduate students, correct?
If you'd like to, let's stand up for a few seconds. All right. We're halfway through. It's been a long-standing tradition in the department to have each of our undergraduates provide us with a little information about themselves. We like to let people know where and how they'll be making their ways in the world. We'd also like them to share some interesting facts about their undergraduate experiences here at NC State. Some responses are short and sweet, which may be expected coming from an engineer. Others, we've had to take some editor privileges to, or else we'd be eating into summer vacations. On the opposite spectrum, some have written very little at all. So you may hear some alternative facts along the way. Taylor probably has had an A before her ever since she was growing up in school. So she's our first B. She leads us today in this processional here. Taylor is we divide this into categories. The broad categories are to provide us with some activities that they've done through their career here. Some work experience, which most all of our graduates have had some work experience over this time, their plans for the future, and then also some special thoughts that they would like to share with their family and friends. Taylor is a Tau Beta Pi member, an Alpha Pi Mu member, which is our Industrial Engineering Honor Society, and a member of the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineering. She interned at Renfro Corporation and also at Pike Enterprises. And she's going to go back to her hometown of Mount Airy and look for some employment. Her special thoughts are, I would like to thank all of my family and friends that are here today for all the support they've given me. I'd also like to thank every professor that I've had along the way because they have all truly been great to work with. I've been so blessed to be a part of NC State and the ISE department. What a nice way to start off. Taylor Badgett. Josh has been in the statistics club. He has had some work experience by way of our health systems research in predicting sepsis. And his plans are, he's waiting to hear on something. Maybe he can share something today, I don't know.
I'm still on the hunt.
He's still in the hunt. Okay. He thanks his mom and dad for all of their love and support. He thanks Doctors Ivy Mayorga, Oselton, and special thanks to Mr. Brandon McConnell, who's been such a great mentor and always having great advice. Lastly, he thanks all of his friends who are here along the way and the ride with him. He ends with, the ISE department is an incredible program with amazing professors and opportunities that have prepared me for a successful career. I'm very fortunate to have attended NC State. These last 4 years have been a roller coaster. I've learned so much and built many great relationships. I'm going to miss it here, but I'm excited for what the future holds. Josh Barclay. Andrew has been a member of our Society of Manufacturing Engineers. We have a student society for manufacturing engineers. He's been on the intramural basketball and softball teams, and also he is a student Wolfpack Club member. He's been an RA, a building manager, a process engineer at, is it Bonner? Which is a textiles company, and he is currently looking?
Still on the hunt.
Still in the hunt. Some of his reflections are time to work off the freshman 15 that has turned into the college 30. I've enjoyed my years here, but I'm ready for a set schedule and not being broke. A special thanks to his parents, Greg and Lisa, sister, brother-in-law, Sarah and Lance, and all the professors who have shown their passion for teaching. Andrew Barmer, thank you. Dasheka comes from a town down on the Cape Fear, right? Reelwood, North Carolina. She's been a cashier and a stalker, and she is actively looking for employment. And some of her final thoughts are she's had too many all-nighters. She's ready to be done with that. Dasheka Bell. Emily has been the captain of our industrial engineering soccer team. I didn't know we had an industrial engineering soccer team. Are we good?
Yeah, all right.
We're all right, okay. She co-opted Honeywell for 3 rotations, and she is going to be going back to Honeywell in their software division as a product, in their product marketing division, correct?
Product manager, yeah.
Okay. She thanks Dr. Villaparish for supporting and encouraging her to choose IE and then the study abroad option that Dr. VP was a vital part of. Emily Buchenberger. David kept it short and sweet. He worked as an intern at Ingersoll Rand, and he thanks his mom, dad, and Dr. Shirwaiker. And are you looking for a job?
Yeah.
He's on the hunt. John David Carpenter. Mitchell has been a Sigma Nu brother. He is a student Wolfpack Club member. He has worked for Ryder and PMC Commercial Interiors, and he will be going back to Ryder for permanent employment. The highlights are meeting some of the great people and beating UNC and Villanova in basketball. He thanks his parents and grandparents for supporting him throughout this whole time. Mitchell Chopper. Jerry, some of the activities, or the activity that he chose to highlight was he was in intramural basketball, and they were undefeated. He has worked as a logistics associate at Office Depot, and he's going to be interning somewhere. Do we know where?
Somewhere.
Somewhere. Then he's going to probably go to grad school. So, and where's Mom right now?
Here she is.
Mom, I'm a little worried. He says the food at Fountain was actually pretty solid. Jerry Coleman. Austin is a member of Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society and the NCSU Skate Club. He has been a supply chain consulting intern at Tompkins International, and he is going to go on to the Prometheus group as a data analyst. He thanks Drs. Oselton and Roberts, his mom and dad, and he has some parting advice for those who are coming after him. He says, meet people and try new things while you can. College only lasts 4 years. E. Austin Colbert. Lila comes to us by way of Pittsburgh. She's an engineering ambassador. She's an engineering career fair student manager. She has done stints at Anheuser-Busch InBev. She's co-opted with BMW in Munich, in Germany. So she's going to go on to be an analyst at Deloitte down in Atlanta. NC State College of Engineering provides an engaging atmosphere with dedicated faculty and endless possibilities. I'm very thankful for all of my professors and mentors over the years, including Dr. Lavelle, who is our Associate Dean, and Brian Kohler, who is the Director of the Engineering Ambassador Program. Lila Conley. Danielle has been active in women's club soccer. She's co-opted for Bosch Rexroth, which where? In Charlotte, and she's going to work for Epic, the software company. She sends a special thanks to her mom and dad. Danielle Cooper, thank you. So some of our graduates have successfully completed the University Scholars Program. They'll be receiving a special certificate today for that, recognizing that, which Dr. Cohen will hand to them when he gives them this portfolio. Our first recipient of that certificate is Catherine Dale. Catherine is part of the Delta Gamma sorority. She's in the University Ambassadors Program, University Scholars, Women's Club Soccer, Alpha Pi Mu, and IISE. Anything else that I'm missing?
No, you're good.
Okay. She's co-oped at BMW, and she's had summer internships at Premier and Sims. She's going to go on to Ernst & Young as a technology consultant, and she thanks Mom and Dad for making this possible, and to Jimmy V for never giving up. Catherine Dale. Bailey has been a club sports council treasurer. He has been a facility assistant and supervisor in university recreation. He's going to be going on to graduate school. And look for a job. Okay. Could not have gone to a better university. He thanks his mom, dad, brothers for being the best family one could ask for, and Doctors King, Hodgson, and Wisk. Mr. Bailey Davis. Mark has been active in the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, SME, and he's also been a student Wolfpack Club member. He's had internships at Novozymes, and is he still looking? He's still looking. He thanks his parents, his brother, his extended family, and many great ISE professors who have helped contribute to his education. He's grateful for the many friends, good times, and excellent education that NC State has given him. Mr. Mark Denton. Anna is also a recipient of the University Scholars Program Certificate. She has been an Alpha Delta Pi sorority member. She's been in the University Scholars Program, and she's a member of Order of Omega and ISE. She's had internships at Cook Medical and Premier, and she is going to be going to Deloitte as a business technology analyst. Quote, I definitely wouldn't be the person I am today without NC State. It's challenged me in so many incredible ways and helped shape me to be the person I am today. A special thanks to Dr. Ivy. Anna Detmer. Next graduate has been an Omega Phi Alpha sorority member, Pencils of Promise. She has worked for Altec Industries in quality assurance, Red Cross, Piedmont Natural Gas. She will be a consultant for Booz Allen Hamilton in DC. There's more. She says, these past 4 years were the most growing 4 years I have had yet in my experience. I came into school thinking that I wanted to become a biomedical engineer, but now I'm absolutely in love with industrial engineering. This department and the people that have met me through it have become an integral part of my future and have allowed me to grow not only as a student, but also as a person going into the challenging world we have today. I thank Dr. Julie Ivy for all of the effort she's put into pushing my classmates and I to the furthest reaches of our potential. I would also like to thank my parents for dreaming alongside me and giving me everything I need to reach the point where I am today. Alicia Dunn. Jennifer has been an engineering ambassador, an Alpha Pi Mu member, and an SME member in our department. She's interned twice at Duke Energy in Charlotte and also at Eaton Corporation. And she is going to be joining us back here at NC State in the Masters of Analytics program in the fall. She says, coming to NC State was a dream come true, and I've loved my time in ISE. I can't wait to come back to NC State for football and basketball games. You think they'll get better?
I don't know.
Okay. She thanks her parents for always supporting her, and also the Park Scholarship Program. Ms. Jennifer Fricks. Zachary's been active in intramural sports and Chi Psi fraternity. He's been a resident advisor, tally event technician, and he also has had a summer internship at Alltech. And he is still planning to find a job as a data analyst. It's been a great 4 years, and I'm very glad that I chose NC State. Zachary Gabriel. Lauren has been a brother of Alpha Pi Omega. It's a co-ed fraternity, and they call everyone brothers there. She's had internships at NCDOT and Virtual Exchanges, Inc. She will be an operations and data engineer at Virtual Exchanges, Inc. She says, my parents for pushing me, thank you for my parents for pushing me in the right direction and fully supporting me throughout this entire educational process. Lauren Garrett. Laura has been active in the American Society of Quality. She's also been playing a lot of tennis and volleyball. And this is an interesting activity. She's been eating a lot of sushi, I guess. She's worked for the NC Electric Cooperatives, and she's also been an undergraduate researcher for John Deere. And her plan is to work for a while and then go to graduate school. She says, I remember when I got accepted into ISE. I excitedly jumped up and accidentally banged my head on a hanging kitchen light. It was all right, because I was going to be an engineer. Who would have ever thought that making hanging lights anyway? Special thanks to Mom and Aunt Teresa. Laura Geary. Ian is a Beta Theta Pi founding father, and he is a National Society of Collegiate Scholars member. He has worked for Corning in Winston-Salem, and at the moment, he's unsure.
I got a job. Yeah.
You got a job?
Yeah.
Well, tell us all.
It's in Dallas, Texas, so I'll be moving there.
Dallas, Texas. It's been a fun and rewarding 4 years. Thank you to my mom and dad for their support throughout, and a special thanks to Dr. Taheri for teaching me Visual Basic for applications. Ian Goldberg. Dylan enjoys hiking with her dog, and she's also been a IISE member. She's worked at BMW, Rumeka Corporation, and Clintrax Global. And hopefully she wants to go to Denver, Colorado. She is going to Denver, Colorado. She thanks Mom and Dad and family for everyone that has tolerated me in their classes, she says. And a little advice for her schoolmates. Don't stress so much over tests. Live a little. Ms. Dylan Gregory. Julia is also a recipient of the University Scholars Program certificate. Her activities read like a resume. She's been active in Alpha Pi Mu, Tau Beta Pi, Alpha Omega Epsilon, Women in Science and Engineering, University Scholars Program, Society of Women Engineers, Chancellor's First Year Leadership Program, Study Abroad, First Robotics, a mentor for First Robotics, the Collegiate Leadership Institute, and she's been involved in the Makerspace Outreach program. She has also worked as an internal logistics developer for Volvo in Gothenburg, Sweden. She's been a human factors undergraduate research assistant. She has co-opted in a quality assurance engineering role at Teleflex in Durham. And she's been an engineering residential camp counselor here in the College of Engineering. So she's had a work career already, basically. In the short term, she'll be interning with United Health, Healthcare's Technology Division, Optum, in the fall, and then will return for her master's in our program. She thanks her mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, Brian, and friends. Thank you for all of the encouragement, support, and love that you've given me. With the assistance and guidance of my family, friends, mentors, and professors, I have successfully overcome obstacles, explored new opportunities, and I'm graduating with my bachelor's, one of the major milestones of my life. It truly is. Julia Griffin. Kayleen, in similar fashion, has quite a lengthy resume already. She's been in the marching band. She's been a member of the Engineers Council, alternative service break leader, both in Nicaragua and Orlando. She's been in the Engineering Ambassadors Program, Alpha Pi Mu, Women in Nuclear, and the National Association of Engineering Student Councils, where she's been the Vice President of Communication. And she has also worked at Bosch and New Bern. She is our imagination engineer. She has worked for Disney. And she has also gone to the production side of Disney at ABC Television Group in New York City. She loves it because she's going back to ABC Television in Burbank, California. She's going to be our television star. Then on to graduate school, hopefully, maybe at NC State, right? So this is what concerned me when I read this. I didn't know this. She says, one time I started up the nuclear reactor in Burlington all by myself. My office is right across the street from the nuclear reactor. And even though I switched majors, she must have switched the wrong switch. Maybe they coached her out of that. NC State is still standing, so it must have been okay. Thanks to all my professors that have helped me transition from nuclear to industrial and gave me the time to talk through questions in office hours. Special shout out to Dr. Kaber for always knowing when I had a question in class before I even had the chance to raise my hand. And lastly, thanks to my family who put up with me changing directions about 1 million times. It was all worth it. Kayleen Hansen. Is it full?
No, it's not full.
Brian has been an IISC board member, and he's been active in the Catholic Campus Ministry. He has worked for Danaher Specialty Products Company, Bosch, and he's had an internship with Ross. And he will be going on to be an industrial engineer for Dollar Tree. Brian thanks his mom, his dad, Dr. Wisk, Brandon McConnell, Jalen Feaster, who graduated last year, Jonathan Lovin, and Ray Nugent. Mr. Brian Hess.
I'm not clear.
No, you're not. Marion has been on the club swim team. She has co-opted at Danaher and also at Dixie Cup. She will also be recognized today for being a University Scholars Program recipient. I want to thank my parents and my grandmother for supporting me and always encouraging me. Ms. Marion Hudson. Our next graduate has been involved in, he just says sports, so it must be all kinds. He's worked for Century Furniture and Sure Tape Technologies, and he will be going to work for Volvo Trucks. Mr. Benjamin Jones. Trent has been active in Sigma Phi Epsilon and also the Campus Crusade for Christ. He has done work for M2 Optics, Apex Instruments, S&D Coffee and Tea, and he will be taking a job with Credit Suisse. He says, never get your hopes up for an NC State team. Thanks to Mom, Dad, Brooks, Nana, Ami, Bob, Aunt Bambi, Uncle Randy, Aunt Carol, Hannah, Hunter. Anybody else?
Jason Lowe.
Me? Okay, I'll take it. Mr. Trent Jones. Weston is also a recipient of our University Scholars Program certificate. He's studied abroad in Sweden at Lund University. He's co-opted as well. He's worked for the football team for 3 years. He's the man behind all editing and filming, or at least one of the men behind that, for the coaches show. He's had summer internships at DOT, Alltech, Duke University Health System, and co-op at Tompkins International. He will be a management engineer at Duke University Health System soon. Special thanks to Dr. Ivy, and he has a message for Carolina that we probably shouldn't repeat in this venue. Mr. Weston Jordan. Sigrun has been a member of Alpha Omega Epsilon, and she's also one of our Ben Franklin scholars. She has worked. Where have you worked?
Hesemann Maschinenfabrik.
She's worked in Germany. She's still trying to find the right job. Engineering is hard, but it's more manageable with people around you who know what the struggle is. Sigrun Cray. Jeremy comes to us by way of Maryland. He has been a member of Beta Theta Pi fraternity. He's been on the grounds crew, university grounds crew. He's interned with Sunoco Products, and he will be taking a job with Honda Power Equipment down here in Swepsonville, North Carolina. He thanks his mom and dad for supporting him as he ventured away from home, and he is a red, white, and blue guy. He says, "Go America, go Pack." Mr. Jeremy Lamb. Rachel is a member of IISC, and she's also a member of Delta Gamma sorority. And she said she's going to be working for census, and I thought maybe she spelt it's with an S, and I thought maybe she spelt it wrong. She was going to work for the census. They need a director. I don't know if you knew that. That would have been very fast getting a job with the Census Bureau. Special thanks to her parents, and she parts with "Go Pack." Rachel Longnecker. Jonathan has been on the production dance crew. He has had a summer internship at Technomark, and he will be continuing on in a graduate program with a master's in operations research. He thanks his parents, his sister, and is grateful for all of the unplanned moments with friends that made college a lot more enjoyable. Mr. Jonathan Lovin. I take the pleasure of knowing this young woman, for a little longer than most of the other faculty. She came to me as a summer program. I run a summer program for high schoolers, and she came to me back in 2012 to one of the camps that we sponsored. And she still has this face. She has kept that face this entire time. She's been active on the Quad Area Council, Residence Hall. She's been a Residence Hall representative. She's been an Honors Village Fellow, a UHP Ambassador, a Raleigh Wesley Foundation member. I didn't know this either. She's been in the Handbell Ensemble, and she can obviously sing as well. She's been in the choir. She's a Tau Beta Pi member, an Alpha Pi Mu member, an IISE member, American Society for Quality member, and she's also done some undergraduate research in our department. She has also had employment, too. She's interned with the Department of Business Intelligence and Analytics at Bank of America in Charlotte, and she's also done a study abroad in London. And we are lucky to have her continue on in grad school here. She says, "I loved every minute of my time at NC State, from the disappointing sports seasons to the classroom lectures, except the minutes of taking tests. I learned lots and grew lots. I would not trade this experience for anything." She thanks many family members, the faculty, the administration here at State that have made an impact on her life. Miss Priscilla Lunsford. This is a man that can also sing. He's been in the Grains of Time, which is an a cappella choir here at he's worked at the Rec Center and at Brick's Pizza. And is he still looking for employment?
No. As of Friday, I'm working in tech sales at Eaton here in Raleigh. So
congratulations. Justin says, "This place has brought out almost every emotion. I love this place and I call it home, and I thank you, NC State and ISE, for preparing me for what lies ahead. Thanks to my mom, dad, and brother for their amazing support." Mr. Justin Mounty. This is another man of few words. Austin has worked for Tyson Foods, so I'm going to embellish a little bit. So I had him in a class last semester, and for automation, and he wanted to make something that I would really, I don't know how I felt about it. He wanted to make a cannon, and I said, we can't make a cannon, but we can make a T-shirt shooter. A T-shirt cannon. So what he did, he cobbled together some things from basically a junkyard, and did some welding, and added a controller, and he came up with a T-shirt cannon that I'm going to keep in the lab for purposes that I need it for, I guess. He will be joining General Dynamics, Mr. Austin Minton.
Thank you.
Jenna has been an Alpha Pi Mu member, NSCS. Collegiate Scholars, okay. And a member of Delta Zeta sorority. She has interned at Cisco Systems. She's going to return to Cisco for full-time employment. She says, I'd like to thank my twin sister, Christy, for helping me get through all 5 years. And to my mom for answering all of my frantic, stressed-out phone calls to home. Miss Jenna Meisenheimer. Sean has been active in Middle Creek Young Life. He's been a recreation leader at Pullen Park. Is he still searching?
Yes, I'm still searching.
Sean's still searching. He thanks his mom, dad, and this was your brother. My friend's son that stuck with me through the insanely rough time of my life, Mr. Sean Nanagas. Kelly is also a recipient of our University Scholars Program certificate. She's been an Omega Phi Alpha, I'll get this right, service sorority member, Institute of IISE, and on the Scholars Council. She's been a manufacturing co-op for Honda Aircraft Company and a student mentor for our international students. And she's going to work in healthcare scheduling. Which company? Qgenda in Atlanta. She thanks Dr. Ivy for always pushing her to go the extra mile, and her family for always encouraging and supporting her to be the best that she can be. Miss Kelly Newman. Andrew is also a recipient of our University Scholars Program certificate. He's been an engineering village mentor and tutor. He's been active in the Scholars Program, and he's still finding a job. Yes. He's still looking. Andrew sends a special thanks to his parents and the Department of Veterans Affairs, Mr. Andrew Nice. This Andrew is a Beta Theta Pi member, a Gamma Beta Phi member as well. He has interned at Burt's Bees, and he's been an engineering help desk consultant in our ITEX department, and he will be joining Citrix as a technical analyst. Thanks his friends and family and NC State for providing, quote, providing me the best all-around collegiate experience. Mr. Andrew Page. So under activities, Noah says, "Ha!" I guess that means he didn't have time for extra activities. So his job was providing liquid libations at North Hills. So were you a mixologist?
Of sorts.
Of sorts, okay. He wants to finally breathe and sleep. He thanks his parents and his wife, and he says, "Glad I came, glad it's done." Mr. Noah Parkin. This graduate has been a president of ASQ, our student chapter. He's been a resident advisor at Wolfridge, and he's been a bookstore ambassador. He's worked at the VA with Dr. Taheri. He's been a teaching assistant for our 110 class, which is one of the most difficult classes when you enter the department. And he has been a resident advisor at Wolfridge Apartments. He is coming back to go to grad school here in the department. Quote, it's like being among family here. State makes you feel at home. Thanks to Doctors Hodgson, Ivy, McGowan, and Taheri, who all have taken a special interest in me and my work, including Dr. VP, who was the MVP for all of us when we started out in the department. I am eternally grateful to my family for all that they have done. Mr. Jamantha Pereira. Jacob has been running a small business on his own, doing some consulting work. Is he still trying to find a job? He is? Okay. Again, a man of few words. I appreciate State's acclaimed engineering program and the friends that I've made while at State. Thanks to Mom and Dad. Jacob Quinn. Madison has been active in the Campus Crusade for Christ. He's also worked at Walt Disney Company and also at Tesla Motors. He'll be launching an international college organization through the Campus Crusade for Christ. And he thanks Dr. Villa Parrish for sharing a passion for industrial engineering, other professors and staff, Ms. Danita Taylor, and also to his entire family, Mr. Madison Souter. Ryan, who's a native of Raleigh, right, has been active in varsity football in his freshman and sophomore years. He's been active in the NC State Entrepreneurship Initiative. He's been in the mentor program for that same initiative. He's been a Sigma Nu brother. And he's also been active in CYC, Consult Your Community. He's worked for BMW, Bellhops NC, State campus director and market recruiter for, at Ernst & Young?
No, for Bellhouse.
For Bellhops, okay. He's had an Ernst & Young internship, National Trust Center internship. He's been also doing some work at HQ Raleigh, offering his services for free. Nice guy. He will be joining Ernst & Young as a financial services technology advisory staff member. And I tried to trim this a little bit. I didn't do too much. But just to give you an idea, this is where I started. So, and this is what it ends up being. Ryan says he has a favorite quote from Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you are usually right. NC State has given me the quality opportunities and a strong network to chart my course in the working world. The pursuit of entrepreneurship grasped my hopes and dreams, and I give NC State that credit for presenting me with the opportunities to find that dream. I feel blessed and excited to graduate from NC State, and I thank my loving parents, Aunt Jane, Aunt Betsy, Doctors VP, Shirwaiker, and Duggins, Mr. Brandon McConnell, Ms. Danita Taylor, Louis Sheets, Jody Myers, Sean Tario, Jeff Ward, Tyler Muth, David Martin, Kavit Antani, and James Lynn. Okay. Mr. Ryan Stevens. Brooke has been a Young Life leader for Cary High School. She is a runner, and she's been active in the Engineering Village, and also she's played lacrosse. She's an ergonomics intern at NC State Health and Safety Center. She's been a dolphin intern, lifeguard at multiple camps. She will be going on to get her master's in occupational therapy at ECU, and she has a very special thanks to Drs. Ivy Shirwaiker Liu and Anna Maria Steichen. Miss Brooke Sudano. Thank you. Connor has been an NC State Stewards member. He's worked for the NC Clean Energy Technology Center, and he will be joining Tyndall Corporation as a process engineer. And he simply states, I love the people here. Mr. Connor Sweeney. Max has been active in Sigma Chi fraternity. He's been an IISE member as well. He's worked for Vent Lab Corporation, HACO Americas, Logistics and Engineering Co-op at Cody. He will be joining Citrix in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But first, he is going to go to Europe for 3 weeks. He says, I'd like to thank Dr. VP and all my professors, my late night study buddies who have probably already graduated, and also my family. But most importantly, I want to thank my parents for everything that they have done for me and for always believing in me. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Mr. Max Ulick. Matthew has been on the President's Hall Council, National Residence Hall Honorary. He's worked for Kroger, been active in undergraduate research, and has also worked for GKN Driveline. Matthew is going to be going on to graduate school. And he sends a special thanks to Drs. Kaber and Shirwaiker. Mr. Matthew Wadsworth. Congratulations. Ashley, what have you been doing for activities the past 4 years? For those who don't know Ashley, she's been on the women's basketball team. And she's been extremely busy in our program as well. She's been an engineering intern at GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, and she's going to go on to be a graduate assistant coach. Many thanks to Professor Uzoy, all of her coaching staff, and also her parents, Miss Ashley Williams. Last but not least, Taylor has been active in the NCSU Honors Program. He's been an assistant for the Center for Additive Manufacturing and Logistics in the department. He's been a community assistant for university housing, and he's been a College of Engineering camp counselor. And he says that he's still looking for...
I found one.
Please, tell us.
Zona Microfluidics.
Zona?
Yeah.
Microfluidics. I'd like to thank my family, and a shout out to Heng Feng Gu for keeping me busy in the lab. Mr. Taylor Will. So there's just a couple more things to say. First of all, I'd like to have some recognition for someone who came here 10 years ago, who stepped into our department's head position from Penn State University. He's been an outstanding leader for the past 10 years, and he's stepping down this summer. And that is Dr. Paul Cohen. And also we have Dr. Steve Roberts here, who is retiring this summer after 49 years of teaching. And also, it is our turn to recognize the mothers and the grandmothers that we have amongst us today. So if you are a mother or grandmother, please stand up so we can recognize you. So that concludes our program. We would like to invite everyone down to the Friendship Hall, where we can have a community atmosphere. We'll have some cake and we'll have some beverages there for you, and we can talk to the faculty and amongst each other. One last time, let's recognize our spring 2017 graduates.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
We're kind of late.
No problem.